Hello everyone, I'm Rochelle Chernowski. This is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, August 27th. On today's show, we'll visit the Shell Point Salon to hear about a diet that can improve your skin complexion. And we'll get a look back on a life spent in academia with Oakmont resident John Moore. But first, we want to remind you that the library in the Resident Activity Center is closed during the afternoons this week. As you make your dining plans, keep in mind that the Crystal Room is closed today, but the Promenade Cafe is open again for the season, and the Island Cafe and Palm Grill are also ready to serve you this week. As our dining venues have been taking turns shutting down for periods of cleaning, maintenance, and upgrades, it will be the Palm Grill's turn starting next Monday. While you're thinking about dining, you have the opportunity for 2 different dining outings tomorrow. From 10:30 to 1:30, the CZQ will be making another run over to the nearby St. Charles Yacht Club for lunch. Being a real yacht club, there are a few expectations of patrons that are a little different from our normal lunch stops across the river. You need to know that resort attire is required, so no t-shirts or flip-flops this time. They are looking for collared shirts, but no jacket is required. Also, the Yacht Club only accepts credit cards for lunch, so leave your cash at home and pack the plastic. Then tomorrow evening, a group is going to DJ's Chinese. DJ's took over the location of a long-standing Fort Myers Chinese restaurant about a year ago, and the food critics think it's just terrific. So, if you enjoy going out for Chinese, this is your dinner outing. Cost for transportation is $7 with dinner on your own. Most complete meals are under $15. That's tomorrow, Thursday the 28th. Court pickups start at 4:30 p.m. Approximate return time will be 8 p.m. Sign up by calling the Island Service Desk at 454-2282 or the Woodland Service Desk at 454-2054. Also tomorrow is the Tea and Tour at the Arbor. This is your chance to get your questions about assisted living at Shell Point answered and take a tour of the beautiful facilities at the Arbor. It all starts at 9 a.m. in the Arbor Dining Room. Your RSVP is important, so make a reservation by calling 454-2077. Now it's time to head over to the Shell Point Salon, where Robyn Church will tell us about a diet that can improve your skin complexion.
Hi, my name is Robyn Church, and I'm the salon manager here at Shell Point. And today I'd just like to share with you a little bit of information about the Complexion Perfection Diet. If you forget a little bit about what we discussed here in this segment, just refer to your August Shell Point Life, and it's outlined for you there. There's like 8 wonderful things for your diet, or like for a snack, that really help your skin in addition to your tummy. One of the things is romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce is an excellent source of vitamin A, which helps collagen production, which helps to have a more youthful complexion. So romaine lettuce is really great. However, it is a darker green, so it does contain vitamin K. So if you're on any kind of a blood thinner, you have to keep the darker greens at a minimum. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are a powerful antioxidant, and they help increase collagen production again, which again helps us have a more youthful complexion. Strawberries are fabulous for the skin, as is most berries, blueberries as well. Strawberries have a lot of vitamin C. Vitamin C is very beneficial to the skin and the elasticity of the skin. Apples are great, and believe it or not, apples can actually help kind of protect your skin from UVB rays. It's just kind of a natural thing that they do. However, most of the beneficial ingredients in apples are found in the peel. So you don't want to peel off the peel and throw the peel away and keep the apple. You could do it the other way around, so apples are a good source. Another one is soy. You could select tempeh or edamame nuts are a great source of soy. Soy again is a wonderful antioxidant. Almonds are a good choice for a snack, even just a handful a day. Just really helps to feed your skin. And of course, walnuts. Walnuts have a lot of beneficial characteristics to them as well. And walnuts help to just kind of keep skin a little softer and a little more supple. So the next time you're running to your cabinet or your refrigerator looking for a healthy snack, think of something that might help benefit your skin and maybe give your skin a little pick-me-up in addition. If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to give me a call. The Salon phone number is 489-8400 and extension 1 is the Island Salon. Thank you and have a great day.
This week, in honor of our teachers and the many students who have just started back to school, we're taking some time to ponder things academic. One Shell Point resident who spent a lifetime in academia, including a stint as a college president, is John Moore of Oakmont. You might think that kind of life would have someone more or less staying put in one place, doing the same thing year after year. Well, not in this case. John kept on the move and his life of adventure just keeps on going.
I was born in North Dakota, in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and lived there until I was about 3, and then we moved to Montana, then to Denver, and then to Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I finished high school, and went from there to the University of Michigan for my my undergraduate degree in chemical engineering and an MBA. And then I went out to work and went to work for Procter & Gamble in Cincinnati, where after about almost 4 years, I met my wife a little over 50 years ago. And then the itch hit me to go back to school. So I went to the University of Virginia and did a PhD in economics there. And then stayed at the University of Virginia on the faculty for 11 years. And then started my wandering around the country. I was associate director of something called the Law and Economics Center at the University of Miami. And the center then moved to Emory University and moved out west to Stanford University in Palo Alto, where I was associate director of the Hoover Institution, 1982, at the height of the Cold War. And we got involved with some exchange operation that was going to Soviet Union. That was the days when the hotels had floor ladies in them that would keep your key, but were also keeping a watch on you. It was a very different place. So they took us there for some reason to see this dam, so-called Bratsk Dam, that is well known, built with slave labor. So telling a lot of details about its capacity, how many generators they were, et cetera, et cetera. And then afterwards, they took us up to a little overlook where we could look down on the dam. Now this dam, of course, had been photographed, I'm sure, hundreds of times from the air by satellites, by probably U-2s, who knows. And there we were looking over, and there's a little sign that says, "No photographs." That's just an example of the kind of attitude that they were trying to intimidate everybody who came there. And in those days, it really was a pretty closed society. Then I was appointed to be deputy director of the National Science Foundation by President Reagan. And so we moved to Washington, D.C. The NSF is one of the less political agencies in town. It's really quite objective in what it does. It ranges over the whole spectrum, from physics to astronomy to mathematics to biology to engineering. Covers the whole map. And as number 2 in the agency, I got involved with essentially all of them, one way or another. It involved contacts with people from all over the world and working on treaties between the United States, science and technology treaties between the United States and Japan and China and India. I must say among the highlights of our time there were the senior executive meetings the president would have from time to time, where all of the political appointees were invited, and we could go to these meetings and listen to him talk and tell jokes. Those were real highlights. Sue got to go to some of those too. She actually, I should say, she worked as a volunteer in Mrs. Reagan's press office for about 4 years. She'd go down once a week, spend basically all day in the East Wing of the White House, and had a lot of contact with Mrs. Reagan, actually. She had more FaceTime with the top than I did. Another interesting thing about NSF is that it runs the U.S. Antarctic program. The Antarctic Treaty reserves the use of the continent for scientific research. Exciting work, it's difficult work, it's dangerous work. A lot of very interesting people working in that one. I remember one time I met a woman who was, I met her in Antarctica. She was from Ohio State University, and she was one of these people who drills ice cores and get evidence about what the climate was like thousands of years ago by analyzing the chemical content of the ice cores. So she was there, we saw her cores. She had this whole bunch of cores stored, and you didn't have to refrigerate, you just left them outside someplace, and they kept perfectly well. But I asked her, what happens if they melt? And of course the answer is, we got to be very careful about getting them back. And so they fly them back in refrigerated airplanes to Columbus, Ohio, where they had, of course, a refrigerated facility to take them, and then they'd analyze them back in Columbus. Then I got recruited by Grove City College and went to Grove City College in 1996 as president, which is a terrific experience for both of us. It's quite a contrast. I had never been at a small institution. I'd always been at large schools. Grove City College had 2,200 students when I got there. It was situated in a very small town, and we'd never lived in a small town in our married lives. It turned out to be a fantastic place to be for 7 years. Great students, wonderful atmosphere, wonderful Christian atmosphere. The curriculum was rigorous. Stayed there for 7 years. Retired in 2003. Because we moved around so much when I was a kid, I thought that was the way you lived. You just moved around. And I always did want to travel. And Sue always had a strong yen for travel. So we really meshed on that as on many other things. And so we've done a lot of traveling. The most interesting one was the one that she and I made to Antarctica and to the southern polar regions. That was a great trip and quite an adventure. Another one was a birding trip we made up the Tambopata River in Peru, which is a tributary to the Amazon. And we were in a motorized canoe going up this river at one point we spent all day, 8 hours, sitting in this little canoe riding up that river. And I tell you, there's very little civilization around there. If you look down here, you'll see some photo albums. We do take a lot of pictures when we're out on the road. Been doing, I guess, more and more since I've been here, and I joined the photo club, which has been very, very good. It's very helpful to go to the meetings and have people tell you what's good about your pictures and what's bad about your pictures, and so you can try to improve. So I've enjoyed that part, and I was very surprised that my pictures got any kind of recognition, I must say, but very pleased about it. Because I was running that college, we used to have a lot of alumni meetings down here because that's where you go in the wintertime to raise money. And so we'd come down here. And so we did a lot of investigation. And in the end, this was head and shoulders above anything else we saw. So we came here. We've not regretted it for a second. It gets better all the time, actually.
Now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, menus, and Village Church connections.
Thanks for tuning in. It's the last Wednesday of the month, August 27th, and we are going to start things off at 8:45 this morning with Lilly & Company Jewelers in the Resident Activity Center. Jurassic Travel will also be here this morning at 9 a.m. in the egret room. Head down to the tennis courts for men's round robin doubles tennis at 9 a.m., as well as watercolor group with Phil Hilton in the art studio at 9. Head over to the tarpon room at 9:15 for card making and scrapbooking group. Now they stay there most of the morning, so you don't have to show up right at 9:15. Come join them whenever you would like. Also then we move to 10 with Ladies Bible Study group gathering in the Osprey room on the island. And the Model Yacht Sailing Club will be sailing their boats at the Commons Lake at 10:15. If you're signed up, agility and flexibility will take place at the Health Club on the island at 11:30 this morning. Jill, what happens at 1 o'clock today?
Well, at 1 o'clock we have chess in the library lounge on the island. At 1:45, for those who have signed up, we have balance and mobility training level 1, and they meet in the health club. At 3 o'clock is the Bible study group meeting in the community room at King's Crown. Also at 3 o'clock, we have Health Connections Pilates Stretch in the health club. At 3:30, Aqua Agility and Conditioning will be meeting at the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. Indoor bocce is played at the health club at 4:30, and we wrap up the day with prayer and praise at 7:15 in the social center. That concludes our activities for today. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Menus for Wednesday. Today, the Crystal Room is closed. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a grilled vegetable cheese wrap with fresh fruit and chips for $7.25. The dinner special is fried shrimp for $8.25. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill on Wednesday are ribeye for $19.95 or poached sole for $15.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, I'm Randy Woods, and as we've finished through the summer here, we certainly have enjoyed the opportunity to gather for the summer choral workshops and sing together. The various directors who have come and shared their expertise to educate, inform, and inspire us. So it's been a good time of singing and fellowship, but more importantly, it makes us that much closer to the fall as our programs start up. As you know, with the renovation of the church, we've not been able to start Shell Point Singers or the church choir like we usually do in August. But I'm here today to tell you that we're looking forward to being ready October 1 so that we can get into the swing of things and singing again. So on Wednesday, October 1, the Village Church Choir will start our rehearsals again at 5:45 on Wednesday night, October 1st, and we'll be ready to sing for the first service on Sunday morning, October 5th. And we look forward to singing together, starting right away to prepare for our Christmas concert as we look forward to the season and all the opportunities before us. And then for those who are part of the Shell Point Singers, that group will start on Monday, October 6th. As usual, we'll meet in the church choir room at 3:15, and all are invited to be a part of the Shell Point Singers or the Village Church Choir. If you're not part of a church choir, I would certainly welcome you, and either way, being part of the Shell Point Singers. We have great opportunities, and as we finish through the summer, many have asked, and I just wanted to inform you today that plans are coming together. The renovation is almost complete. They're tidying up things, finalizing the details, starting to clean up the dust, and we will be ready to start singing again. So for the Village Church Choir, that's on Wednesday, October 1st, and then for the Shell Point Singers on Monday, October 6th. Plan now to be a part of the choirs and the singers as we join together and start the season in song.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow when we'll get one last preview of the upcoming trip to Mount Dora, and we'll hear some stories of the classroom from longtime teacher Carol Ashley of Coquina, along with other school time memories from a variety of Shell Point residents and staff. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, August 27th. I'm Rochelle Chernowski, and from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.